The summer travel season's approaching, and before you finalize your plans, you might want to check out the government's latest advisories. And CTV's Renee Rodgers joins us live with more on that. Okay, Renee, where should Canadian travelers be especially cautious? And I do have to admit, I looked at the list and I was kind of surprised by a couple of the places on there.
That's right, Bakari. Level 2 advisories from the Canadian government are in place for a number of countries right across the globe, countries that are popular with many Canadian travelers. And what it essentially means is that if you travel to any of these destinations, you should exercise a high degree of caution. Now, these advisories are put in place for many different reasons, but in Europe, where they're in place for several countries, it has to do with an elevated threat of terrorism. This is after a number of terrorist attacks in major European cities in recent years. Now there are advisories in place for many of those countries. They include Denmark, Italy, the Netherlands, Spain, the UK. They also include France and Germany, which are both set to hold major sporting events this summer, drawing many Canadian travelers, presumably. The Paris Olympics, of course, in France, and then the UEFA Euro 2024 soccer tournament in Germany. Now, if you're heading to a sunny destination, violent crimes have prompted advisories in places including the Bahamas, Costa Rica, and Chile, where a shortage of basic necessities such as food and fuel has prompted an advisory in Cuba. So essentially, the Canadian government is advising travelers to be aware of your surroundings in public places, avoid demonstrations, and follow the advice of local authorities, Bakari.
Okay, so Renee, you did say use an abundance of caution. When a government travel alert's issued against a country, I mean, should Canadians just not go?
Well, it depends really on the level of the threat. Where level 2 is exercise caution. Once you get up to level 3, that's when you're advised not to travel unless it is absolutely essential to that country. So right now, for example, the West Bank, Gaza, Israel, all on that list. And then you get up to a level 4, and that's where you're advised not to travel at all to that country for any reason. So Russia, Ukraine, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, all on that list. But it's a good idea to just double check before you head out if you're traveling. And that is because these advisories, Bakari, can affect your travel insurance. So a good idea to check with your provider to make sure that you know what is and what isn't covered in case of one of these advisories.
Okay, important distinctions in those advisory levels. CTV's Renee Rodgers. Thanks a lot.